let's do the run through first before the 3x3. So this is tenki, which means weather.
Man.
Yeah, otoko no hito, man. Hyo, today. Yama, mountain. Kawa, river. Yeah. Woman. Right. Tanaka-san, Mr. or Ms. Tanaka. Yeah.
Yamada-san.
Excuse me.
Mr. or Mrs.
Yamada. Yeah. Ima. Now. I. Ishoni. Together. Yes. Totemo. Very. Yeah. Bus. Right. Room. Right. Yay. Yasumi. Vacation. Break. Yes. My. Sheet. Yeah. Thin flat object. Umi. Sea. Yeah. Ticket. Right. Shudai. Homework. Right.
Test.
Right.
Nomimono.
Drink. Right.
Soreka.
Right.
Sugoku.
Extremely. Right.
Donna.
What type? Yes.
Hikoki.
Airplane. Yes. Flying machine. I. Right. Ryoko.
I don't know why my brain is saying hot. But I don't think it is. That's what
You might go someplace hot for this.
Vacation.
Yeah. It's actually travel or trip.
Okay.
Yeah. Ryoko. Until. Right. Postage stamp.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Circuit.
Sure. Right.
Tabemono. Food.
Right.
Tenki.
Weather. Right.
Hagaki.
Anybody?
I wrote these down.
Hagaki. Postcard. Something to put your kite on. Okay, all right, yes. Okay. For these, let's go through the conjugations as well as the meaning. So, taberu, tabemasu, tabemasen, tabemashita, tabemasen deshita. And it means to eat, right? Iku, ikimasu, ikimasen, ikimashita, ikimasen deshita. To go, right? Nomu, nomimasu, nomimasen, nomimashita, nomimasen deshita. To drink, right? Miru, mimasu, mimasen, mimashita, mimasen deshita. To see, right? Yaru,
to do.
yes, to watch also. Yaru is to do, perform, yep. Yaru, yarimasu, yarimasen, yarimashita, yarimasen deshita. Right? Kiku, this is the new meaning, which is to ask, yes. Kikimasu, kikimasen, kikimashita, kikimasen deshita. Right? Noru, norimasu, norimasen, norimashita, norimasen deshita. To ride, as in a bicycle or public transit. Okay. Dekakeru, to go out, as in, go out for drinks, go out for dinner, that kind of thing. Dekakeru. Dekakemasu, dekakemasen, dekakemashita, dekakemasen deshita. Right. Oyogu, to swim, yep. Oyogimasu, oyogimasen, oyogimashita, oyogimasen deshita. Right? Okay, next we're going to do not adjectives. Do you guys remember how we conjugated des to go with nouns? Do you remember that? Like, yeah, you remember like, let's say, gakusei desu, right? Not a student, gakusei janai desu. Remember that? Was a student, gakusei deshita. Was not a student, gakusei janakatta desu. You remember those? Same exact pattern works on na adjectives. You just drop the na before you add the des or the variation of des, okay? So let's go through these also with conjugation, okay? So genki na conjugates to genki desu, genki deshita, genki janai desu, genki janakatta desu. And I realized I just swapped that order around on you. So genki desu, genki janai desu, genki deshita, genki janakatta desu, right? And the base meaning is to be healthy or energetic, right?
Well, I can't remember. The word for lively, was that for a bustling place? Was
Yeah.
that what it was? And not
Yes.
people? Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, so this one is
Himana.
himana, which means
Having free time.
to have free time, yes, himana. Okay, to be free in the sense of time, not a slave. Okay, so himana changes to hima desu, hima desu, hima desu, hima janai desu, to not have free time, okay? Then hima deshita, hima janakatta desu, right? Nigiyakana was lively place, yes. So this is lively describing like downtown Tokyo during a festival kind of thing. Okay, so nigiyaka desu, nigiyaka janai desu, nigiyaka deshita, nigiyaka janakatta desu. Get it? Okay, so let's keep going. The next one is
Daisuke.
daisukina, which means to love something. Okay, so daisuki desu, daisuki janai desu, daisuki deshita, daisuki janakatta desu, right? Daikiraina means to hate, to despise, to think it's the most important thing ever. Okay, so daikirai desu, daikirai janai desu, daikirai deshita, daikirai janakatta desu. Okay, next one, skina, which is to like. Okay, so ski desu, ski janai desu, ski deshita, ski janakatta desu, right? Shizukana, quiet, peaceful. Okay, so this one is shizuka desu, shizuka janai desu, shizuka deshita, shizuka janakatta desu. Right. Genkina, so once again, genki desu, genki deshita, it's genki janai desu, sorry, genki deshita, genki janakatta desu, right? Kireina, pretty, yes, or clean. Okay, so kirei desu, kirei janai desu, kirei deshita, kirei janakatta desu. Right? Kiraina, to dislike something. So kirai desu, kirai janai desu, kirai deshita, kirai janakatta desu. And then tanjobi got put in the wrong pile, which means birthday. Okay, I'll put that one over there. Should have been over here, actually. Okay, now we're going to do e-adjectives. You guys remember the conjugations we learned last time? Let's do the conjugations of these also. So the base meaning, kawaii,
Scary.
is scary, right? So the conjugations, kawaii desu, kawakunai desu, right? Kowakatta desu, kowakunakatta desu. You remember those? Sort of? Okay, do you have that chart in your textbook that you can kind of follow along what we're doing? It's in the grammar section. There should be a little chart that lays that out.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can follow along if you're not remembering it off the top of your head.
I didn't get to that one for the past section.
Okay, so let's do furuida next. So furui means
Old.
old,
thing.
yes, old things, right? So furui desu, furukunai desu, furukatta desu, furukunakatta desu, right? Tanoshii means fun, so tanoshii desu, tanoshikunai desu, tanoshikatta desu, tanoshikunakatta desu, right? Yasashii means kind person or easy when it's a thing to do, okay? So yasashii desu, yasashikunai desu, yasashikatta desu, yasashikunakatta desu. Notice that pronunciation-wise, the shi, ku, and shi, ka sounds, the shi gets shortened to the point where you barely hear the e. You hear the sh and then the cup. Okay? Shikatta, shikunai, like that. Okay? Atsui,
Hot.
hot, yes. Atsui desu, atsukunai desu, atsukatta desu, and then atsukunakatta desu. Right. Samui desu, cold temperatures, as in weather, not cold to the touch. Okay, so this is talking about weather, not ice cubes. Okay? So, samui desu, samukatta desu, samui desu, samukunai desu, samukatta desu, samukunakatta desu. I keep doing past tense before negative, sorry. Okay, chisai desu,
Small.
small, yes, so chisai desu, chisakunai desu, chisakatta desu, chisakunakatta desu, right? Yasui, cheap, inexpensive. Yasui desu, yasukunai desu, yasukatta desu, yasukunakatta desu. Right? Ookii, big, okay? Ookii desu, ookikunai desu, ookikatta desu, ookikunakatta desu. Make sure that you're noticing the spelling. It's o-o, not o-u. It's one of the few that are spelled this way, right? Okay. Muzukashii, difficult, yes. So, muzukashii desu, muzukashikunai desu, muzukashikatta desu, muzukashikunakatta desu, right? Tsumaranai desu, boring, yes. Boring, not bored. Okay, so it describes what you think of something, not how you're feeling. It's an important distinction. So, tsumaranai desu, tsumaranakunai desu, yes, I'm jumping the gun here. Tsumaranakatta desu, tsumaranakunakatta desu. And yes, those crazy pronunciations are real. So if those are tongue-tying you, my recommendation, not just for that word, but for anything that's long-winded and you're having a hard time pronouncing it, slow it down, break it up, single hiragana at a time to start, and then like just 2 or 3 hiragana. So like, tsumaranakunakatta desu. Tsumaranakunakatta desu. You know, slow it way down and then speed it up gradually.
Kakkoi.
Yep, means cool or good looking, right? So, kakkoi desu, kakkoyokunai desu. Remember, it's irregular. Kakkoyokatta desu and かっこよくなかったです。はい。面白いです。Interesting. Yep. So 面白いです。面白くないです。面白かったです。面白くなかったです。はい。忙しい。Busy. Busy as in you've got a full schedule, not a lively place. Okay? So, 忙しいです。忙しくないです。忙しかったです。忙しくなかったです。And our last one is 新しい means new. Yes. So, 新しいです。新しくないです。新しかったです。新しくなかったです。Okay. Does it help hearing the repetition of the conjugations like that? Okay. So now we're just going to run through all of them for the 3x3, just for the pronunciation meaning, but we won't do the conjugations this time through. Okay, because that would really take forever. So let's try to speed it up and do this as fast as we can. So tenki,
weather,
tenki,
weather,
tenki,
weather,
weather,
tenki,
weather,
tenki,
weather.
tenki,
男の人、
man,
男の人、
man,
男の人、
man,
man,
男の人、
man,
男の人、
man.
男の人、
今日、
today,
今日、
today,
今日、
today,
today,
今日、
today,
今日、
today.
今日、
And please look at the kanji for this part because that's part of the point. That's why I bother to make flashcards out of them because I want you to see the kanji as well.
I see. Yeah. That's kind of why I sat here.
Okay. Yama,
mountain,
yama,
mountain,
yama.
mountain,
Mountain,
Yama,
mountain,
Yama,
mountain.
Yama,
Kawa,
river,
kawa,
river,
kawa.
river,
River,
kawa,
river,
kawa,
river.
kawa,
女の人、
woman,
女の人、
woman,
女の人。
woman,
Woman,
女の人、
woman,
女の人、
woman.
女の人、
田中さん、
Mr. Tanaka,
田中さん、
Mr. Tanaka,
田中さん。
Mr. Tanaka,
Mr. Tanaka,
Tanaka-san,
Mrs. Tanaka,
Tanaka-san,
Ms. Tanaka.
Tanaka-san,
はい。山田さん、
Mr. Yamada,
山田さん、
Mr. Yamada,
山田さん。
Mr. Yamada,
Mr. Yamada,
Yamada-san,
Mrs. Yamada,
Yamada-san,
Ms. Yamada.
Yamada-san.
Is that Yamada with like a da or a
Yes,
ta?
it's a da.
Da.
It is Yamada.
Okay.
It shifts from ta to da in this compound. This
Does-
kanji can be read as either ta or da depending on the context.
Does it normally become da like if it's after something?
Yeah, it's
And then,
usually
like, ta
after-
if it's first.
Yeah, da in this position, ta in this position. That's typical, yes, for this particular character. And for a lot of characters that start with any of the letters that have the diacritical alternative, a lot of times when they're the second part of the compound, they take on the diacritical mark.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a fairly common shift. Hi.
Is Otoko where Otoo-san is from?
No, different kanji. Yeah, they sound similar, but no relation that I know of. Okay. Ima,
Now.
ima,
Now,
ima.
Now.
Now,
Ima,
now,
Ima,
now.
Ima,
Watashi,
I.
watashi,
I,
watashi.
I,
I,
watashi,
I,
watashi,
I.
watashi,
一緒に、
Together.
一緒に、
together,
一緒に、
together,
together,
一緒に、
together,
一緒に、
together.
一緒に、
とても、
Very.
とても、
very,
とても。
Very.
very,
とても、
very,
とても、
very.
とても、
バス、
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 バス。
バス、
部屋、
Room.
部屋、
room,
部屋。
room,
room,
部屋、
room,
部屋、
room.
部屋、
休み、
Vacation.
休み、
vacation,
休み。
Vacation.
vacation,
休み、
break,
休み、
vacation.
休み、
It's also absence. Okay. My,
sheets,
my,
sheets,
my.
sheets,
Sheets.
my,
Thin sheets.
my,
Measure word for thin sheets.
my,
Okay. Umi,
sea,
umi,
sea,
umi.
sea,
sea,
海
ocean,
海
sea.
海
切符
Tickets.
切符
Tickets.
切符
Tickets.
tickets
切符
ticket
切符
ticket.
切符
Notice there's no singular or plural on that. Okay. 宿題
homework
宿題
homework
宿題
homework
homework
宿題
homework
宿題
homework
宿題
テスト
Test.
テスト
Test.
テスト
Test.
テスト
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 テス
テスト
ト飲み物
beverage
飲み物
drink
飲み物
drink
drink
飲み物
beverage
飲み物
drink
飲み物
それから
and then
それから
and then
それから
and then
and then
それから
and then
それから
and then
それから
すごく
extremely
すごく
extremely
すごく
extremely
extremely
すごく
extremely
すごく
extremely
すごく
どんな
which kind
どんな
what kind
どんな
which type
what kind
どんな
which kind
どんな
what type
どんな
飛行機
airplane
飛行機
airplane
飛行機
airplane
airplane
飛行機
airplane
飛行機
airplane
飛行機
僕
I
僕
I
僕
I
I
僕
masculine I
僕
I
僕
旅行
Posters too. No. Post-
Travel.
travel
travel yes 旅行
Cool.
travel
旅行
travel
travel
旅行
travel
旅行
trip
旅行
まで
until
まで
until
まで
until
until
まで
until
まで
until
まで
切って
Stamp.
yes 切って
stamp
切って
stamp
stamp
切って
postage stamp
切って
postage stamp
切って
サーフィン
surfing
サーフィン
surfing
サーフィン
surfing
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 食べ物
food
食べ物
food
食べ物
food
food
食べ物
food
食べ物
food
食べ物
天気
weather
天気
weather
天気
weather
weather
天気
weather
天気
weather
天気
はがき
postcard
yes はがき
postcard
はがき
postcard
postcard
はがき
postcard
はがき
postcard
はがき
大丈夫
okay
大丈夫
okay
大丈夫
okay
okay
大丈夫
all right
大丈夫
don't worry
大丈夫
誕生日
birthday
誕生日
birthday
誕生日
birthday
birthday
誕生日
birthday
誕生日
birthday
誕生日
食べる
to eat
食べる
to eat
食べる
to eat
to eat
食べる
to eat
食べる
to eat
食べる
行く
to go
行く
to go
行く
to
to
go
go
to go
行く
to go
行く
to go
行く
飲む
drink
飲む
to drink
飲む
to drink
to drink
飲む
to drink
飲む
to drink
飲む
見る
to see
見る
to see
見る
to see
to watch
yeah to watch
見る
to see
見る
to look
見る
all of the above やる
to do
やる
to do
やる
to do
to do
やる
to perform
やる
to do
やる
聞く
to ask
聞く
to ask
聞く
to ask
to ask
聞く
to ask
聞く
to ask
聞く
乗る
To ride.
to ride yes 乗る
to ride
乗る
to ride
to ride
乗る
to ride
乗る
to ride
乗る
出かける
To swim.
to go
to
out
go out
yeah 出かける
to go out
出かける
to go out
to go out
出かける
to go out
出かける
go out
出かける
泳ぐ
To swim.
泳ぐ
to swim
泳ぐ
to swim
to swim
泳ぐ
to swim
泳ぐ
to swim
泳ぐ
元気な
Lively.
lively healthy energetic yeah 元気な
lively
元気な
lively
healthy
元気な
energetic
元気な
healthy
元気な
yeah I try not to use lively for this just because they use that as the translation for the other one
Can it also mean enthusiastic?
sort of but not by itself
Okay.
enthusiasm is kind of included with the energy and health aspect of it, but it's more meaning those, and enthusiasm is just sort of like incorporated in, kind of. Does that make any sense?
So I could use it and they know what I mean if I meant that kind of thing, basically.
but it doesn't, I mean, generally enthusiasm is associated with somebody who's energetic and healthy, but it doesn't really mean that. Do you see what I'm saying?
Kind of.
So like Genki, for example, I had a Japanese dance teacher years ago who taught Japanese folk dance. She was also a PE teacher, and she was the epitome of Genki. She was like bouncy and cheerful and happy, but the main characteristic, like the first thing you noticed about her was she had so much energy you would never expect from somebody that age. She was probably in her 50s or 60s, but she had the energy of a hyperactive 5-year-old. That's Genki, okay?
All right.
So,
Bursting
okay,
with energy.
yeah, just bursting with energy. That's a good example for Genki, yes. So, himana,
Have free time.
yes, himana,
Having
So
time.
busy.
himana,
Having time.
having free time,
Himana.
having free time,
Himana.
free time.
Himana.
にぎやかな
Bustling.
bustling はいにぎやかな
Bustling.
にぎやかな
Bustling.
yeah bustling
Nigiyakana.
lively
Nigiyakana.
excuse me bustling
Nigiyakana.
yeah I like that definition better than lively but that's not what the textbook has so okay 大好きな
To love.
大好きな
To love.
大好きな
To love.
to love
大好きな。
to love
大好きな。
to love
大好きな。
大嫌いな
To hate.
Hate.
大嫌いな
To hate.
大嫌いな
To loathe.
to despise
大嫌いな。
to abhor
大嫌いな。
to hate
大嫌いな。
好きな
To like.
好きな
To like.
好きな
To like.
to like
好きな。
to like
好きな。
to like
好きな。
静かな
Quiet.
Peaceful.
静かな
Peaceful.
静かな
Quiet.
quiet
静かな。
peaceful
静かな。
quiet
静かな。
元気な
Healthy.
元気な
Healthy.
元気な
Healthy.
healthy
Healthy.
healthy
元気な。
energetic
元気な。
it seems like this has occurred multiple times is it just this one and the orange one or was there a third in here somewhere
I think we were talking about it. Yeah, we
I
were
think
talking.
there's just-
this one and the kanji one okay yeah I put this one in with the furigana because some people have complained that if they only see the kanji they have a hard time remembering the right spelling so I
I think
Did
there's,
both.
yeah, I think there's 3 of them. I think there's that one, and then one with just a hiragana, and then one with just a kanji.
yeah oh, okay whatever we'll figure it out okay so kirei na
Pretty.
Pretty.
kirei na
Pretty.
kirei na
Pretty.
clean
Kirei na.
pretty
Kirei na.
beautiful
Kirei na.
kirai na
Dislike.
kirai na
To dislike.
kirai na
To dislike.
dislike
Kirai na.
hate
Kirai na.
dislike
Kirai na.
yeah the kirai is really strong so that's why I sometimes define it more as hate and then daikirai is like hate even more okay let's see kawaii
Scary.
kawaii
Scary.
kawaii
Terrifying.
scary
Kawaii.
scary
Kawaii.
scary
Kawaii.
furui
Old.
yeah furui
Old.
furui
Old.
old
Furui.
old
Furui.
old
Furui.
and it's old things remember 楽しい
Fun.
楽しい
Interesting.
楽しい
Fun.
fun
楽しい。
enjoyable
楽しい。
fun
楽しい。
yeah interesting is its own separate word
Oh, I thought that was interesting.
and this is
優しい。
yasashi is
Gentle.
kind more and some easy when it's referring to like an action so yasashi
Gentle.
yasashi
Kind.
yasashi
Kind.
easy to do okay easy to do
優しい。
kind
優しい。
easy to do
優しい。
okay 熱い
Hot.
熱い
Hot.
熱い
Hot.
hot
熱い。
hot
熱い。
hot
熱い。
寒い
Cold.
寒い
Cold.
寒い
Cold.
cold weather
寒い。
cold
寒い。
cold
寒い。
小さい
Small.
小さい
Small.
小さい
Small.
small
小さい。
small
小さい。
small
小さい。
安い
Cheap.
安い
Cheap.
安い
Cheap.
cheap
安い。
cheap
安い。
cheap
安い。
Oki.
big,
Oki.
big,
Oki.
big,
Big.
oki,
Big.
oki,
Big.
oki,
Okay. 難しい。
difficult,
難しい。
difficult,
難しい。
difficult,
difficult.
難しい、
difficult.
難しい、
difficult.
難しい、
つまらない。
boring,
つまらない。
boring,
つまらない。
boring,
boring.
つまらない、
boring.
つまらない、
boring.
つまらない、
かっこいい。
cool,
かっこいい。
cool,
かっこいい。
cool,
cool.
かっこいい、
cool.
かっこいい、
good looking.
かっこいい、
面白い。
interesting,
面白い。
interesting,
面白い。
interesting,
interesting.
面白い、
interesting.
面白い、
interesting.
面白い、
忙しい。busy.
busy,
忙しい。
busy,
忙しい。
busy,
busy.
忙しい、
busy.
忙しい、
busy.
忙しい、
And the last one, 新しい。
new,
新しい。
new,
新しい。
new,
new.
新しい、
new.
新しい、
new.
新しい、
はい、いいですね。じゃあ、質問がありますか？
so, the 面白い,
はい。
does that work for like entertaining too, or?
Sort of, yeah. There's a little bit of overlap between 楽しい and 面白い, but 面白い is usually interesting and sometimes sometimes it flows over a little bit into amusing or funny, but not usually funny strange, just funny like I'm gonna laugh. Yeah. And then 楽しい is fun, which also kind of overflows into enjoyable, so there's a little bit of overlap between 楽しい and 面白い. But to distinguish between them, 楽しい is more like fun and 面白い is more like interesting. But something that's interesting can be fun, right?
Well, I have a question. So wasn't there supposed to be like a minimum of 10 people for the
Yeah.
class?
Yeah.
What happened to that?
They apparently were willing to make an exception because of the fact that it's this continuation course, and because if we had canceled this one and tried to consolidate them or the other one, there were people in both sections who could only make their time and couldn't make the other time slot. So they made an exception, apparently partly because the college is still breaking even. They're not losing money by having 7 people in a class because they don't have to pay me as much as somebody who has a PhD.
Okay.
So I guess if they were gonna lose money on it, it would have been a different story, but we made out just barely squeaked through.
I was wondering.
Now,
I was
if-
like, is there more people in this class or something?
If anyone wants to continue further, like,
For level 3?
yeah, 3 or 4, what's gonna be, like, let's say half of us wanted to go to a university or something, we got our 2-year
Yeah.
foreign language, what happens then?
If some of you from this group and some of them from the other group all want to do level 3 next, we would hopefully try to get enough people together so that we could have one class. We would have to consolidate it into
Okay.
one time slot probably.
And if it boiled down to not being able to do it, does the same rule apply for your summer course that you do?
Summer, sometimes they're a little bit more lenient again
Okay.
because enrollment tends to be lower in the summertime. And the other thing is that if we really just can't get more than, say, 5 people, then we could possibly do it as an independent study, which means it would be more like a hybrid course. We'd only meet once a week instead of twice, and you guys would be on your own for more of it. So that's what my level 3 and 4 classes often have been in the past, just because it's hard to get 10 people or more together who all want level 3 at the same time or level 4 at the same time.
I'm going to Japan and I'm very excited.
Hi, you're going where?
We're going to Japan this summer.
Yay.
We're going to Tokyo and Kyoto.
Nice.
And then we're going to go over to, I think we're going to China for a little bit, and then we're
Oh.
going to Vietnam.
Wow.
So, we're going to visit my family.
Nice. Okay.
And if my cousin comes along who's super rich, we might go to Australia.
Woo. Okay, So, any questions about the, okay, so are we kind of doing okay on, the vocabulary for now? Okay, let's do some conjugation practice. So we're gonna start with, 137 page. Okay, everybody with me? Okay, so we're gonna try to do some conjugations. Now, the first part is really easy. They're just having you add the des if it's an e-adjective, and if it's a na-adjective, what do you do?
Drop the na.
Just drop the na and then add des. Okay, so let's just read through those really quickly. So, Ken-san kara douzo.
Yasui desu.
暑いです。
寒い
はい、
です。
寒いです。はい、じゃあ4番どうぞ。
面白いです。
はい、
つまらないです。
はい、
Isogashi desu.
はい、
古いです。
はい、
いいです。
はい。
しざきなです。
静かな、so 静かです。はい。And then, Brandon-san,
にぎやかなです。
it's a non-adjective, so what do you do? Drop the
な。
na, yeah.
にぎやかです。
はい、にぎやかです。はい。
And this is kirai desu?
きれい
Or
です。
kirei, so I don't know what I was doing there. Kirei desu.
はい、
暇です。
はい、いいですね。Okay, any questions about
That's
that?
right.
So that's pretty straightforward, right? How to do basic, it is this adjective,
Yes.
right? Okay, part B, we're turning them into the negative forms. Everybody remembers the rule for the negatives? So for E adjectives, it changes from E to
Kunai.
kunai, right? For na adjectives, you drop the na and add janai. Okay, so kunai versus janai, right? Okay, じゃあ1番 whose turn are we up to?
寒くない？
はい、寒くないです。Let's add the des also. 寒くないです。はい、
古くないです。
はい。ブランドンさん。
かわI add the not or
No, it's an E adjective, so you change it to kunai
so
desu.
かわいくないです。
Kowa kunai desu.
かわ
Yeah,
Alright.
the E changes to ku, it doesn't just add the ku, okay?
かわくないです。
はい、kowa kunai desu.
And is that the, wow, atarashikunai desu?
はい、新しくないです。はい。
難しくないです。
はい。
Okay, this was the yo.
Yes.
かっこいい。
かっこよく。
かっこよくないです。
There you go. かっこよくないです. So because it's irregular, it changes from E to yoi.
Okay.
So there's a yo that you keep, and then the final E is the one that changes to ku.
So かっこよくないです。
はい、いいですね。
小さくないです。小さくないです。
はい、小さくないです。はい。Another irregular, alert, alert.
So it's iyokuないです。
Yokuないです. Not ioku, just
Sorry.
yoku.
I take away both the e's. Just
Yeah,
replace-
yeah. E changes to yoi, and then you keep the yo, and the final E changes to ku.
Okay.
Yeah,
The crazy infinity.
yeah,
All right.
yeah. So yokunai desu. はい。9番, we're
Oh,
shifting gears again.
Genki na, I was just reading it out, how I wrote
Yeah.
it, sorry. So, genki kunai desu?
No.
Or, genki ja nai desu?
There you go.
Yeah, sorry.
Genki janai desu. はい。
静かじゃないです。
はい。
きれいじゃないです。
はい。
にぎやかじゃないです。
にぎやかじゃないです. はい. Okay, so everybody understand how those work? Okay, and the other thing to pay attention to is Notice kireina, also words like kiraina and dai kiraina, they end with an e before that na, so it's very tempting to go and change it into a ku and conjugate it like an e adjective, so you have to be careful not to do that. If it's got a na, then it's a na adjective, even if when you drop the na, it starts to sound like an e adjective. You see what I'm saying? So be careful of that. Okay, part C, we're going to see how we can create sentences where the adjective conjugates. Okay, so first let's read the examples. Okay, Orji-san, you want to read examples for me?
この時計は高いです。
はい。
この時計は安くないです。
Hi. So do you see what they did there? They used two different adjectives that happen to be opposites. So they used one in the positive and the other in the negative. See that? Because you're talking about the Juman N watch over here. That's definitely an expensive watch, right? So, この時計は高いです。この時計は安くないです。So the aim here is to come up with however many different adjectives we know that can be used to describe the picture. Some of them are going to be in the positive, some are going to be in the negative. Most of them you can probably only come up with two. Some of them you might be able to come up with a third or fourth. Okay? Right?
I didn't do that.
Okay.
I can only make
Well,
sentences.
we're going to just wing it then. Okay? So, Basani-san, 1番お願いします。
この時計は高くないです。
Okay, and one more sentence about 1番。
この時計は安いです。
はい、安いです。はい、安いです and 高くないです both are good descriptions of a watch that is 480 yen, right? Because that's less than $5. That's a cheap watch, right? I think everyone can agree on that one. So, 2番、Julian-san.
天気は暑いです。
はい、
天気は寒くないです。
perfect. 寒くないです and 暑いです。There you go. じゃあ3番。
天気は寒いです。
はい。
天気は寒くないです。
Well, you just said 寒いです It is cold. So to say it's not cold doesn't make a lot of sense, right?
So
So-
it's a follow-up.
Yeah, so the follow-up would be that it's not hot, right? Which would be,
暑い。
right, so change that to the negative.
So 天気は暑くないです。
はい、いいですね。暑くないですね。Okay. Do you see what we're doing here?
Yes.
Okay. So let's keep going. じゃあ4番。
So, その子供, which one? I'm sorry.
4
Oh,
番。
oh gosh, boy. Okay, so it's entertaining.
Yeah.
I guess it's a movie, so she's not using her hands, so, 映画は, I forgot. It's entertaining. Apologize, interesting or funny. So, so, let me just keep it on there. I apologize. 面白いです.
面白いです。はい。面白いです。And then not boring would be,
Not, and that was つまらない
つまらない。
つまらないです. So the negative of that would be つまらじゃない.
つま
Or
ら
the negative of
つ
that.
まらない。
つまら
つまらなく
くないです.
Yeah, that's one of those
That's
tongue
the
twister one. Sumara nakunai desu.
Sumara nakunai desu.
It's all practice saying that together. Sumara nakunai desu. Sumara nakunai desu. Sumara nakunai desu. Does that help? Sumara nakunai desu. Right, sumara nakunai desu. Okay, so it was not boring, right? And then if you wanted to say that it was fun, you could also say
just tanoshi desu.
yeah, that's another good
Yeah,
one.
that was
Tanoshii
fun.
desu. So, you're talking about a movie or a TV show. Eiga wa omoshiroi desu, eiga wa tanoshii desu, eiga wa sumaranakunai desu, right? All three of those sentences work to describe that same picture, right? じゃあ5番どうぞ。
映画は面白くないです。
はい。
映画はつまらないです。
はい。Okay. That works. Okay. So 6番。
メアリーさんは忙しいです。
はい。
メアリーさんは暇じゃないです。
Perfect. 忙しいです。暇じゃないです right? She's busy and she has no free time. It's pretty obvious by how fast she's moving there, right?
She's dragging 2 extra heads. just
Yes,
like that, so-
yes. She's moving so fast she looks like she has 3 heads, so. じゃあ、7番. She's the opposite of busy here, right? She's got loads of free time. She's not busy at all.
メアリーさんは暇じゃない、暇ないです。
ひ
She's
She's got free time, so
暇ないです。
hima des. Just drop the na, remember? Okay, so hima des, and then,
メアリーさんは静かです。
okay, she's quiet, and not busy would be,
メアリーさんは忙しくないです。
はい、忙しくないで
I
す。
don't
は
like
い
that ending.
Yeah. Okay, so you got 3 different good descriptions there. 忙しくないです, 静かです, and 暇です right? じゃあ8番、ブランドンさん。
Alright, well, I'm not exactly sure, so I'm just gonna go with Hito wa kakui desu.
Okay. That works, but I think they're also talking about the town being quiet and peaceful and not lively, because look at number 9. They're doing a lot of like opposites on adjacent pictures, so
Alright,
yeah. Hito wa kakui desu, that works, but then also we could describe the picture of the whole town as being
so would it be like mae wa,
machi wa.
machi wa, shizuka desu?
Hai, shizuka desu, and then one more would be not lively, not bustling, right?
Okay, so genki?
No, genki describes people.
Okay, so.
What's the other one that's lively or bustling?
Nigiyakana.
Right. So how would you say not nigiyaka?
Machi wa nigiyaka kunai desu?
Nigiyaka na, so what's the conjugation for the na adjective?
Would it be nigiyaka kunai desu?
Not kunai, that's for an e adjective.
Oh, it's janai?
There you go,
Okay.
janai.
So, machi wa nigiyaka janai desu.
Perfect.
Alright.
Okay, nigiyaka janai desu. Everybody understand? Okay, じゃあ、Ken-san, 9番. You get to do the opposite.
Machi wa so shizu or the
You can do
so
the negative
yeah,
first.
Shizuka janai desu.
There you go.
Yeah, and I keep getting
yeah.
the affirmatives and negatives
Yeah,
mixed up in
so
my head.
shizuka janai desu and
And then, would that be like,
this is the lively.
I was gonna
bustling
point
one.
out to be terrified of the child running near a busy street, but
Okay.
yeah, but I'll go for something easier. So, I guess you can't really prove it's busy. So, machi wa nigiyaka, kuna, no, yeah, kunai is not the right one.
It is bustling, it is busy,
Yeah,
so.
nigiyaka desu. You
Hi,
drop the
there you
na
go,
and you just
nigiyaka
add
desu. Yeah, so nigiyaka desu, and shizuka janai desu. And if you really wanted to, you could say kawaii desu too, you know. No, well, the child is not the scary one. The child is in danger, but,
Well,
The-
to me,
Yeah,
the
I
child
was-
is kind of scary.
okay.
How would you say, you should be worried for that child?
We haven't got that
Okay.
vocabulary yet, so
Okay,
don't
yeah.
worry about it.
Daijobu.
Daijobu, don't worry about it. Right now, I don't want to add
Okay.
any extra.
Yeah, I was like,
to
that's all I
this
could think
chapter.
of was like the kid is scary, and I'm like, how do I say it?
No.
Just worried.
Yeah. じゃあ10番 we're now up to
部屋はきれいです。
はい
部屋は小さいです。
小さいです okay, there you go. 部屋 is room.
Yeah. I'm
so-
just,
And yeah, we haven't got the word for dirty. So you came up with probably the only 2 sentences you could come up with for that one, right? じゃあどうぞ。
部屋はきれいじゃないです。
はい。
And, let's see, let me try. 部屋は面白いです。
Okay, there you go. Yep, so 綺麗じゃないです and 面白いです that could work. Getting creative. Okay, so 皆さん、12番。
テストは安いです。
Okay, 優しいです Yep, it's easy.
テストは難しいじゃない。難しくないです。
はい、難しくないです。はい、she got 100%. いいですね。And notice, correct answers get circles. A circle, maru, means positive, good in Japanese culture. So they put a circle for every correct answer. And the next test,
I got me
Randall-san.
confused when I was doing it, and then
Yeah.
I looked at it and I went, oh crap, this is 100 out of 100. I'll just switch these numbers.
Yeah.
Because like one place was all zero, so I was like,
Yeah.
oh no.
Yeah,
And
that's
then I
very
saw the X's
confusing,
and I
isn't
went,
it?
No, I did it wrong.
Okay, so Brano-san, can you do 13番?
テストは難しいです。
はい。
テストは優しくないです。
優しくないです。
優
Yes.
しくないです。
優しくないです。はい。いいですね。So that horrible test, they got 0 out of 100. Poor guy.
Probably Takeshi.
Poor Takeshi, right? Takeshi didn't study. 勉強しませんでした。大変ですね。Okay, so we got there. Okay, so any questions so far? Okay, so I know it's going to take more practice to remember what rule to apply when, but do you get the concepts?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, it's just going to be a matter of practicing and getting more
Yeah.
comfortable with the vocabulary, right?
Yeah.
That's one reason why I gave you those charts with all of your vocabulary on them, because if you guys print out a few blanks of those charts and do them a few times,
Just keep
Yeah,
them.
I need to
Stick
catch
them in
up.
your
That'll-
board, stick them
I
in
was-
your binder, just pull them out when you're bored and do them.
right, yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, good ad, thank you. Arigato. So, yeah, you can do those kinds of things and it'll be helpful. The more repetition you can get of the correct conjugations of all of these things, the more it'll start to just flow when you need it.
Yeah, I was bad.
That's okay.
When I
So
first-
let's look at D. So continuing with the same theme, we're still doing present tense, positive and negative, right? Let's have Ken-san to Audrey-san read the example to start with.
日本語のクラスは難しいですか?
A. 難しいです or いいえ、難しくないです。
はい、いいですね. Notice the kanji for muzukashii. It kind of is muzukashii, isn't it?
It has that one like the short-tailed bird.
Yes, it's got the short-tailed
but I don't
bird.
know what any
Yay,
of
good
the
for
others
you.
are.
Good for you for recognizing the short-tailed bird, though. That's great. That makes it easier to learn that kanji.
The very bottom of the left one looks like this, but I don't know if it is.
Yeah, it's got, yeah, it's very hard to read such small print, too. That's not helping. Yeah, it's got the grass on top, then a little kuchi, and then it's almost like the ten and tenki, but I
Does
believe it
the-
cuts through.
Yeah, it cuts through.
Cuts through the top of the ten. This is actually a different kanji than this. Okay, they're the same except for cutting through versus not.
It'll,
And then it's got the short tail bird, like you said.
What did you say was on top? Did you say that was
This,
grass?
this is called grass.
It's kind of.
Yeah, it's the grass radical. It kind of looks like, you know, there's the soil and there's a couple of blades of grass sticking out. And it is a common radical on a lot of the growing things, plant life type of characters. But it also happens to be in Muzukashi for some inexplicable reason.
In the textbook, there's a line in the middle of the box.
Oh, the line cuts all the way through like that? Okay, I could not remember, and I can't see that small print that well.
so it's just, it looks like they did the
Like a
the box
knockoff.
or the row, the
Yeah.
katakana row, and then they did the, I guess, the two strokes, and then go from the box all the way
Yeah.
down, and then, so that,
Yeah,
is that the
so
correct
if you're-
stroke order?
Yeah, if you were to
Okay.
break it down, you would be the grass, then kuchi, mouth, and then ni,
And
your
then,
kanji, and then you could think about this as being like a really big hito,
okay.
yeah,
Okay.
and then you've got your short-tailed bird. Yeah.
難しい。
難しいですね。It really is. Literally. 難しいです。One nice thing about it is it's the same kanji in Chinese. At least in traditional Chinese. The mainland Chinese have gone to a simplified character version of that, which uses something else for the left-hand side. It just keeps the short-tailed bird and one simplified piece for the other side, which is a lot simpler to write, but it's not as descriptive anymore because it's not as muzukashi. Okay, so anyway, so you get the idea of how to use it in a sentence now, right? So, 日本語のクラスは難しいですか? はい、難しいです, or いいえ、難しくないです, right? So I'm going to let Oti-san ask the first question and Bethany's going to answer.
今日は暇ですか?
いいえ。暇な?
So 暇な,
It's
so
暇な. Okay, so
暇,
暇じゃないです。
perfect. はい、暇じゃないです. じゃあ2番どうぞ.
先生は優しいですか?
はい、優しいです。
ありがとう. じゃあ3番.
Wait. 学校は大きいですか?
大きいです。
はい、いいですね. And notice the kanji for 大きい. That's a nice one. じゃあ次.
Heya wa kirei desu ka?
Clean.
Yeah,
Um,
so is the room clean?
Yeah. Hi. Kirei desu.
Kirei desu, kirei desu. And,
Kirei
yeah,
desu.
yeah, heya often refers to one's own bedroom, so it could be asking like, is your room clean?
Oh. Yeah. Yeah.
はい、綺麗です。はい、いいですよ。じゃあ5番どうぞ。
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking back and I'm like and I'm like, oh yeah, the classroom. So yeah, I was just off
Go
in my
on.
own world. Nihon no tabemono wa oishii desu ka? Oishii desu ka? No.
Yeah, おいしいですか?
Oh yeah. Hey. Oishii
You remember
desu ka?
おいしい?
Yeah. Oishii.
Oh,
Ie oishikunai desu. Just for negative
Perfect.
sake.
Good practice for the negative. So you notice that it's an E adjective, and you know how to conjugate it now. So remember way back when I had a question somewhere that was like, おいしいですか? Your only option was to say, はい、おいしいです, because we didn't know how to say the negative. Now you can say the negative, おいしくないです. So if you don't like tonkatsu, you can say とんかつはおいしくないです. Right? Yeah. Yeah. So isn't that great though, that now you can say that something is not delicious if that's what you want to say.
just don't do it.
Yeah. Right.
Maybe they won't understand if you did it in Japanese.
Right. Yeah. Well, yeah, if you say it at Fujiyama, you're probably safe because I don't think there are any Japanese-speaking employees there.
Yeah, I went to the Sakura buffet off of
Yeah.
whatever that street is, and they're all from like China or something. I was like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah, the staff at Fujiyama is
Or
mostly
Korea.
Chinese also.
Most of, if you go to like pho restaurants,
Yeah.
when they hire, they only hire people who can speak English and Viet. Because so many Viet people go to pho
Yeah.
restaurants and you have to know Viet or else you can't
Yeah.
understand anyone.
Yeah. Yeah, like pho kali. Yeah, I've eaten there. I like that food.
There's a new one over on Wickham and New Haven,
Mhm.
192. It's on that little corner on the right.
Oh,
and
yeah?
It's pho Viet.
They used
Oh.
to be. They used to
Really
be.
good.
They used to
Yeah.
be a.
Just warning is they take a long time to make your order.
They used to
Oh,
be
But
a
it's good though. So.
combination sushi and Vietnamese place, but it's changed hands so many times.
Is
It's
that the
been so
place that
many
used to be
things.
Haru years ago? It used to be like Korean and Japanese?
Haru's across the street from it. I don't know
Oh,
if it's even
okay.
open anymore.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think Haru disappeared too, but I think I know where you mean now. It's on the other side from.
By where the Winn-Dixie used to be.
Oh,
Yeah, where it
okay.
used to be. It's on like the corner that's
Okay.
closest to Wickham.
Okay, I'll have to try that one sometime. I go to Pho Kali sometimes.
Right
So
there.
that's how you pronounce it, pho?
Pho.
Full? Okay. Yeah, I've never known how to pronounce that restaurant name right.
When I hear Americans do it, I just get really annoyed and I walk away. It's like,
Yeah.
no.
Say it again for
It's
us.
pho.
Pho? Okay. Yeah, I know nothing about Vietnamese, so yeah, I just don't know how to pronounce any of it when I look at it.
I've had their unagi-don. It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay.
Yeah, where at Haru you mean?
No, at the not Haru across the street from Haru place.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Not at Pho Cali. No.
Yeah, okay. Okay, anyway, going on.
Kurasu wa omoshiroi desu ka?
面白いです。
はい。
And 宿題は難しいですか?
いえ、難しくないです。
はい、いいですね。And last one.
Oh, me, right.
はい。
あなたの町は静かですか?
Yeah,
So butchered.
shizuku kunai desu.
Shizuka.
Shizuka kunai desu.
Shizuka. It's a na adjective. It doesn't end in e, so it can't be an e adjective. It has to be na.
Oh,
So-
so it's yeah, shizuka janai desu.
There you go. Shizuka janai desu. はい、いいですね。
Yeah, I think it's Janet.
Hi.
I'm on leave.
He's
Yeah,
having-
I think he wasn't feeling well. He looked like
His
he wasn't
back is
feeling
still
well.
there
His
though.
stuff is still here.
No, I
Yeah.
gave him a ride. He's having.
He'll be back.
He's having something with his personal stuff.
Okay, yeah, he looked like he was either sick or falling asleep, so.
He's not sick.
He's like he.
I don't
It's
blame him.
not my business.
You don't
Okay. Yeah. he
He's
didn't look well.
good. He's just he's not like. It's just some stuff that he wanted to do that he needs a job and got a job offer, but now he can't do. Well, now he can't do the stuff. And so
Let's
he's bummed.
go back
It's-
to
oh, that's
class.
class. I'm sorry.
It's personal.
He's good.
Yeah, it's
He's
Let's
good.
let him
He's
disclose
good.
it if he chooses.
He's good.
Right, yeah, okay, part E. So now you're gonna, we're just gonna keep going around the room with it, so, Ken-san, example を読んでください。
友達の部屋は綺麗です。どうも。
でも、
で、or どこば。Sorry. Demo. Why would I say demo?
don't worry about it, just,で
Demo.
も、
私の部屋は綺麗じゃないです。
はい, so you see what we're doing?
My
We're making a
friend's house is nice,
contrast.
mine isn't.
So you're making affirmative and negative sentences about whatever topic. It doesn't have to be about your friends whatever and your whatever. It could be just two different things, but whatever you want to make it about. So, Otsuri-san, 一番お願いします。
面白い。映画は面白いです。本も面白いです。
はい. But they want you to do
Oh,
one
they want
that's
you
a
to-
negative.
One that's a negative.
so-
Oh, whoops.
That's okay. But that's a good use of mo.
Hon wa omoshiroku nai desu.
はい, that works too. はい, じゃあ
Okay,
2番.
so what I was thinking was like, if you said like a game, like let's say it was like a sports game or something, would you
Right.
use game for that
Yeah,
context?
game.
So if I wanted to say like today's game and then yesterday's game, would you
Okay.
say like kyo no game?
今日のゲーム. はい.
Okay, so kyo no game wa ii desu,
はい.
and then kino no game wa ii janai.
あ、
It's irregular. O jan
よく.
yokunai desu.
Okay. But since you went and put it in the past tense, what do you have to change it to?
Has to, okay, yokunakatta desu.
There you go. All right. You made it harder on yourself, but you got it. Yokunakatta desu. Okay. Yeah, it's hard to find examples for some
Yeah.
of these. So, 3番どうぞ.
映画は怖いです。
はい.
映画は怖くないです。
There you go. And to distinguish between the two, you could do something like あの映画は怖いです。この映画は怖くないです. That movie's scary, but this movie is not scary. Something like that. So that's another way to get around that dilemma of what the heck do I use for an example? Just use この noun and その noun, or その noun and あの noun, or whatever. Okay. じゃあ、ブランドンさん。
日本の食べ物は美味しいです。
はい。
でもアメリカの食べ物は美味しいじゃないです。Is it the
It's an E adjective, おいしい. So,
美味しくないです。
there you go, おいしくないです. おいしくないです. And you remembered to use the demo, thank you. Everybody's been forgetting the demo.
Oh.
They're using demo to make the contrast because demo is like however. So,
Bless you.
あの映画は, bless you. あの映画は怖いです. でも、この映画は怖くないです. Like that. Okay? じゃあ、ケンさん with 高い.
I can't. I want to say mathematicas, but what was mathematics? Sorry, it was
Oh,
interesting.
sugaku, we haven't studied yet.
Okay. So, 数学の本は高いです。Or,
Yeah, takai
高いです。
That's right.
でも、日本語の本は高くないです。
Perfect. はい。
で、サニーさんはかっこいいです。でも、私はかっこよくないです。
Aww. Good grammar, but sad sentence.
Oh.
Not true.
No, I don't mean it in seriousness.
Okay,
For
but
negative
it's-
sake. For negative sake.
Okay. Okay.
I like how you're like, what do I do? I'm just gonna make myself an insult.
Okay, I'm glad it was only for grammar's sake.
Yes, yes.
じゃあ、どうぞ。
お母さんは元気です。でもお父さんは元気じゃないです。
あ、面白いですね。はい。じゃあ、8番。
東京は暇です。
No, Hima describes a person who has free time.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I looked at the wrong word. Watashi wa hima na, hima, oh my god, brain fart. My brain's not working right now. Okay, watashi wa hima desu. Demo, sorry. Ken-san wa hima janai desu.
はい、いいですね。はい、大丈夫。Okay, any questions about
I said
those?
you were busy.
Okay.
You should just say I'm not busy.
No, you
Hima
should-
No, I
janai-
said I
Hima
wasn't busy,
janai
but I
desu means
told
you
you
don't
you
have
were
free
busy.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the problem with Hima is that English doesn't have an exact equivalent for that expression, so we get very confused about
It
it.
feels like a double negative.
Yeah, it feels like a double
Yeah,
negative. He
my
doesn't
bad.
have free time. He's not busy. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I
Does it
I'm-
not? Have the time. Good.
Yeah. 大丈夫ですか? Okay. So, we're just about out of time, so we will continue with part F next class and then move on to the past tense
Yay.
applications. And then we will probably, I hope, also get to some of the part 3 stuff where they show you how you can use an adjective in front of a noun to modify the noun directly. Okay, because what we've been doing is using the adjective at the end of the sentence like a predicate. The noun is blank. This is going to be it's a blank noun. You see what I'm saying? So like, right now we've been using like, the movie is interesting. Part 3, they show you how to do it's an interesting movie. Okay? They're two different structures that come out to mean basically the same thing, but they're two different grammar structures.
Okay, that's cool.
So they're going to show us that in section 3, and then in section 4 we get to start talking about what we like and don't like.
I was reading manga this past week. And,
Manga.
I was reading the sound effects because they didn't translate them. And
Uh-huh.
It's really weird.
Yeah, sound effects can be very strange.